Hello, I'm John Adams of Perry & Phillips. I'm in with Jen Brown today, Perry & Phillips Bereavement Counsellor. We're going to discuss how bereavement counselling can help people at a time of need. Hi Jen, so thanks for coming in today. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Jen and I'm a counsellor, psychotherapist and hypnotherapist. A couple of things that I've been working on recently has been one thing called Support Talk, and that really has just been ringing people who have been recently bereaved. A lot of people have probably only had that one conversation that day.
So with counselling overall then, and related to bereavement counselling, do you think it can always help bereavement counselling? That support, do you think it's always a positive?
I think some people shy away from it. We tend to try and think that no, we can always cope with everything and we can be okay and we don't need any help sometimes. And that's okay. But as a general rule, I would say that counselling would help anyone. It helps you to offload how you're feeling. It helps you to process your thoughts, some more coping strategies and different ways of looking at things to help you through what is a really difficult time.
With children as well, for younger people, how does that work? They came to see you. Is it the same approach again? Do you tailor depending on what the help they need?
It's different with everybody. You know, if you're dealing with adults, maybe more elderly people, families, and of course, in particular, children, you've got to have a different approach. It isn't a one approach fits all. And that's what I'd like to think that I can offer and adapt and hopefully give the support and the service for that particular person and the situation that they're in.
And that comes back to, again, children and funeral services, why it's so important to involve children in funeral services.
Yeah.
And I think there is potentially an element where we can try and protect children too much. Obviously, it all comes down to everybody's individual, everyone is unique. Yeah. We've also seen that you're now offering hypnotherapy. How does that work?
Yeah, as well as counselling and psychotherapy, I also do hypnotherapy for lots of different issues and reasons. But if we're talking with regard to bereavement, actually hypnotherapy surprisingly can be really quite helpful. One in enabling a person perhaps to learn how to relax and learn how to switch off. It's enabling us as a therapist almost to work more with the subconscious mind and bypass sometimes the overthinking brain.
So hypnotherapy, is that person always in control?
Yes, absolutely. I think a lot of people feel nervous about that, about being out of control or even not even waking up. In some respects, I think you've got to try and look at it as no different to if you were just sitting back with your eyes closed and having a bit of a doze. If the fire alarm goes off, you're going to hear it and you're going to wake up. The way that I work as well, obviously as a hypnotherapist, you're closely monitoring that person, you know, looking at their breathing, looking to see if they are getting distressed at all or whether they're still calm, and obviously tailoring the session according to that. And if at any point you felt that that person was feeling a bit uncomfortable with the process, we would wake them up.
So hypnotherapy then, when someone goes under, where do they actually go?
We've got what we call the subconscious mind, which is the part of us that is controlling everything really that we are doing that we're really unaware of. And then obviously we've got our conscious thinking mind. When we're in that state of hypnotherapy, we're sort of going between the two, and it's always for the better of you. Your subconscious mind really does know what is better for you. It's your conscious mind that sometimes jeopardises that and sabotages it and puts other systems in place. So, and we're always working for the best of you, always. We're never going to be able to hypnotise you to do something that fundamentally you would not want to do and that will go against your ethics and your morals.
When you see on TV shows someone being turned into a chicken or doing silly things, is that all false? Is that how does that work?
I'd say probably a lot of it is probably staged.
Yeah.
And again, there is a bit of a difference between hypnosis and hypnotherapy. The hypnotherapy is therapy being done whilst you're in a relaxed state. So a lot of what you see on TV, I think it is staged,
yeah.
and it's for entertainment purposes. There is no therapeutic benefit or outcome from it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's done for stage purposes.
So moving forward then, Jen, Perry and Phillips, Jen Brown, and Care, how do we move forward? How do we continue to evolve and help people?
I know from the work that you do here and from personal experience as well, you very much care about the service that you provide and do go the extra mile. I think we both try to do our very best.
Overall, people do know that we're trying our best to help people,
yeah.
and that's what we're here for, isn't it?
Yes.
And finally, moving forward into the future, where do you think the relationship of Perry and Phillips and Jen Brown can go to?
Well, I think things are evolving anyway. I mean, when I first started working here with you, it was the group bereavement sessions, which are those monthly sessions that are normally on every month, where people can just come along and share maybe their experiences, and I'd go through some coping strategies, maybe explore some of the stages of grief. Going forward, I would like to feel that we can do more to support the community, to let people know what support is there if they want it, and also I think that there is no shame in asking for some support. We're not robots, we're not programmed to know what to do when we lose somebody, and I think it would be helpful if they could get past sometimes the stigma actually of asking for some help and support. And that doesn't have to be anything too in-depth, it can literally be a chat and some reassurance.
Well, hopefully with this video now, it will just make people be more comfortable in approaching you or Perry and Phillips for that support they might need.
Yeah, hope so, yeah.
To try and break down those barriers, to know that it's not that far away, it's just literally a click or a call, and the help is going to be there for them. With COVID-19 since March 2020, do you think people have needed your support more than ever?
If you've lost somebody during this time, I mean, obviously as you know, there hasn't been that normal support for a lot of people. They've not been able to have their normal support from family, having people around to talk to, give them a hug and so forth, and it's been quite isolating I think for a lot of people. So I think it's more important than ever actually for people to know that they can access, even if it has only been support over the phone. I mean, obviously we've all been restricted in the ways that we can work. I've had to predominantly work online the last few months, but actually it's been a lot more effective than I actually thought it would be. So it's been interesting, and I think we've got to adapt and change and take the support that is there and we can have.
That's brilliant, Jen. Well, thanks for today, having a chat with me. It's been brilliant.
Okay.
And I say hopefully it will give more information to those watching about the services you offer, and how you're there to try and help people and genuinely care for people. So thank you again.
Thanks for the opportunity.